What we're looking at is the dichotomy that takes place in the 1920s. You should have seen this in the film, that there is the urban area, which is the city, right? And y'all said that was more fun. The movies were there, the flappers were there, the speakeasies were there, the new music was there, people were going out at night, the new technologies were there, the car was there, and y'all didn't see that much in the rural area, right? So what we're going to look at is, what is the schism between this? What is the dichotomy? How is our society two separate ones? First thing we're going to look at is the difference between modernist and fundamentalist. Which one believes in the literal interpretation of the Bible? The fundamentalist, right? They believe that if the Bible said God created the world in 7 days, it happened that way. If Adam made Eve from his rib, that happened. Okay, that's the literal interpretation. The modernists believe, yes, they believe in God and the Bible, but they also kind of believe that in evolution. They also believe in the Big Bang Theory. I want you to think about today. What are more churches are today? Are they the literal interpretation of the Bible, fundamentalist, or are they modernist, our church? Modernist. Even the Catholic Church, oh my God, just with the Pope, he acknowledged some of the scientific precepts. All right, and all the cardinals were freaking out in the Catholic Church. They're like, oh my gosh, this new Pope, he's crazy. But most churches have already done this. The Catholic Church is very just delayed. So what we're going to look at is the difference between our social liberals are mainly in our big cities, New England and New York. We're also seeing our social conservatives are in the deep south. Now let's just talk about this word wet and dry. It is not you going out in the rain and getting wet and you coming in and drying off. What does it mean to be wet and dry at this time? Alcoholic. Which one is the one who occasionally takes the sip? Okay, which one do you think drinks alcohol, consumes alcohol? The wets. Which one doesn't? So let me explain counties now. Do y'all know that Ellis County is a dry county? That means in a dry county, what can't you get? Alcohol. Even 10 years ago, Ellis County did not sell beer and wine in the grocery stores. Okay? Dry laws refer to alcohol consumption. So in Ellis County, can you go to any store and get alcoholic beverages? No. And so most people who want to get alcohol, not that you are frequenting those places, where do most people go? If they can't get it in Ellis County, where do they go? Okay, Dallas. If y'all go up 35, have y'all ever noticed? Wine, it's the alcohol, it's the level of alcohol in it. Beer and wine are not seen to have as much content as what liquor does. And so Ellis County will not sell liquor within its county. So it's a dry. That's why you can't, like, it was really funny. I went into New Mexico and I went into a Walmart and I was going down the aisle to get milk and I was like, okay, it was beer, wine, and then there was like alcohol in the Walmart. I was like, what? This is weird, because in Texas, a Walmart or a grocery store cannot sell alcohol because one of the laws is a blue law. You have to be able to get it at a liquor store. And y'all know another blue law is that the liquor stores are closed on Sundays. Quincy. Okay. So now someone told me you have to drive to Dallas County. Have you ever been up 35 and you see the Bear Creek exit? Bear Creek. Yeah, in Red Oak. Okay. Close enough. Bear Creek, same thing. Have y'all ever noticed it? You're like, whoa. But do y'all realize that it's, why is it on the southernmost point of the Dallas County line? It's the closest to what now? Ellis County. Because do you think that Bear Creek, and I think it's the Liquor Depot, someone told me the name of it today, do you think people are frequenting it from, I guess their parents take them on excursions. Gosh, okay. I think this is why I don't have the recording of this lesson from last year. But are they selling it for the people of Dallas County? No, they're selling it for people of Ellis County. Okay, so then even if you go to 45, does anybody know off 45 where you go? To what two little cities?
45, that's
Garrett. There's a Specs in Garrett, and in Alma, And in Alma, there's a little place, okay? So then in Midlothian, someone told me about this today. If you go to Midlothian, there's the Tarrant County line in Midlothian. And on one side of Midlothian, there's a liquor store. So the whole purpose of those liquor stores being on the other county lines is to sell to who? Ellis County, which is a dry county. And eventually, I'll tell you, I used to live in Plano. I lived in McKinney, worked in Plano. And Plano, Collin County was dry. But then people were going to other counties, and what was Collin County losing out of? Money. And so Collin County went from a dry county to a wet county so they could collect that revenue. So do y'all get Ellis County? Are we more of the social conservative or the social liberal at this time? Because we have those dry laws. And they're called blue laws. Most of y'all probably know blue laws because y'all have a curfew. According to the city, y'all are supposed to be between the hours of midnight and 5 o'clock. You're supposed to be at home. Unless you have something school-related, job, or most of you are already home at 9 o'clock in bed, cuddling with your snuggie, right? Okay. Okay. Also, y'all know car dealerships are only open one day of the weekend. That's another blue law. Okay. Huh?
They are?
Yeah, one day or the other. They could either be open Saturday or Sunday, but they have to be one day off to respect the Lord's Day. Okay. But these blue laws are going to come out in the 1920s to basically regulate people's behavior because people are getting a little bit crazy in the 20s. So our group that is getting a little bit liberal are immigrants, the working class, the writers, the authors, the bohemians, the musicians. They have that liberal lifestyle. However, over here, remember when we talked about the Ku Klux Klan and there were only for two things, white Protestants? We're going to see that they're going to be over here in our social conservatives that are trying to restore that previous lifestyle. Do y'all remember who won the 1920s election? Was it Cox or was it Harding? Harding, was he a Democrat or was he a Republican? He was a Republican. So let's look at what the Republican Party believes at this time. The Republican Party wants isolationism. So will they sign the Treaty of Versailles and join the League of Nations?
No.
No. We are going to believe in economic imperialism, big business, laissez-faire, low taxes, high tariffs. Oh, what are we returning to? What was an era that we had pro-big business, laissez-faire, low taxes, high tariffs? We are returning back to the Gilded Age. So what do you think is going to happen to all of that progressive reform? It's going to be gone. So